Good evening, and good evening. Once again, this is Dr. Garrett, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I trust you are having a wonderful evening. And as you listen to this jazz music and enjoy the ambiance of the scenery, I just want you to just calm yourself down and just relax. You worked hard, you traveled from your job to your home, and you could have been stuck in traffic. This is an opportunity to just relaxing and just re-engaging within yourself. Reconnect to the power source that's within your heart to engage in self-care and relaxation on this Wednesday evening. I just want to remind you, you are special. You are wonderfully made, and you have the power to conquer all of life issues. My job as a therapist is to ignite the flame within your heart so you can start a fire of change, not only within you, but within your family. So tonight, I want to briefly discuss four signs of relational pathology. Four signs of relational pathology. Once again, my name is Dr. Garrett, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It is my hope and prayer these videos are enlightening for you, whether you're single or married, whatever your relational functioning at this time. Is my hope these videos will enlight the fire in you to achieve and maximize your relational functioning. So once again, this is Dr. Garrett, and tonight I will be talking about four signs of relational pathology. The first sign is one or both persons are operating in shame. They engage in childish behaviors, in other words, tit for tat. And when you engage in these behaviors, you are diminishing the value of the relationship, also the value of each other. It's the tendency of coming into communication or dialogue with a preconceived mindset, which is preventing you from actively listening to your partner's concerns. You are interrupting, you are deflecting, and you are rationalizing. There's a lack of accountability and responsibility when you are operating in shame in yourself or your partner's doing also. The second type of relational pathology is is one of or both parties engaging in continuous insults, condescending behaviors, facial expression is negative, it may be cussing, all types of behaviors that create a scenery as if you're walking on eggshells. Not a healthy environment. And when one or both parties are engaging in these behaviors, one or both persons are speaking with a scornful demeanor. Their pride is always at front, a lack of community, a lack of the hot perspective, no humility, no ownership, and no transparency. So the first is operating in shame for signs of relational pathology. The second is often engaging in insults, one of both parties. And number three, having a guilty demeanor, using emotions to exert power. And it's so unbecoming for one or both parties to be intoxicated in their emotions. Consider um, the thermostat, um, the thermostat gauge in your car, right? If the thermostat gauge is on overheating, your car is going to overheat. Too many individuals and couples, they are intoxicated with their emotions. They're constantly on overdrive. As a result, their emotions are overriding behaviors. The Bible refers to these type of emotions as works of the flesh. And when you are angry, when you are bitter, when you are frustrated, very, very difficult or nearly impossible to engage in solution focused activities. And the last one is incessant need to be right. Lack of accountability, once again, and always find the need to be right is as if you are perfect. And when you look at yourself as perfect, you are actually dehumanizing your partner and you feel stuck as if you're not going nowhere. It's like you're a sponge that has no water in it. You're like having a barrel, keep filling it up with water, but there's holes on the bottom. So these are the four signs of relational pathology. I've been working with families for 34 years, working in children's services with an agency on the Eastern District of the United States. So over the years, I must have investigated countless families, over 1,000 families. Each one of my staff has approximately 60 cases that they investigate a year, and I've been doing it for 34 years. So you can imagine how many families either I or my staff have been in. And there are a lot of conflicts that couples going through. This relational pathology can be traced back to family of origin experiences, past relational experiences. And you think about the emotions that is tied to events. And this is why there's an inability to be highly functioning, be of high morale, to be mature and responsible and accountable for your actions. Now, how can you improve relational functioning where you can be a high value person, creating change within yourself and also your partner? And I have 10 steps to increase and improve your relational functioning so you can move from pathology to being high ordered, high functioning, high morale, where you creating a change or harmony within your home. Number one is being optimistic. Re, re, Rewiring your brain to be optimistic, moving from pessimism to optimism, moving from darkness to light, moving from going down to going up, moving from having basement experiences to having upper room experiences, is visualizing yourself as heaven and your partner as heaven. Too many couples visualize themselves as heaven and their partner is hell. And this type of dysfunctioning will steal the value and the positivity and the zeal from relational functioning. So number one, we have to be optimistic. Number two, you have to value your partner. Remember, your partner was born in the image of God. The husband and the wife, both born in the image, both is of value. Learning how to agree, to disagree respectfully, with genuineness and with empathy. So number one, optimism. Number two, value each other. Number three, you build each other up. Remember, each person is the pole of a ladder, and the connecting rods is shared interest. Learning to look at phenomena through the eyes and the senses of your spouse or significant others. You build each other up. And when you have a difficulty, you never let go of the ladder. You may slip a couple of steps, but you are marching forward, building each other up for eternity. So number one is optimism. Number two is value each other. Number three is build each other up. Number four, be exuberant, be joyful. Remember the three theme plan to solve any problem: more unselfish love, more joy, and more rest. Rest in the solution by overcoming the problem. And number five, have a delightful spirit. You know, there's so much power in us that resonates in our brain. We only use a quarter of our brain. But when you realize you are a difference maker, when you realize you are a change agent. When you realize you are the repairer of the breach, you can change generation curses when you start to value one another. But it starts with the man or woman you see in the mirror. Realize that you have the power to create change and value your partner. You building a legacy that is sustainable not only for you but for your children. So number 6, cooperative. Have a cooperative spirit. Look to make a difference. When you are still moving. And when you moving, you are moving. Learning when to sprint and learning when to pace yourself. Um, whatever you do with these, you going to do with all of your might. You're going to give it all in everything that you do because you are powerful, you are wonderfully made, and you have the capability of making a change. So number 1, become high valued, moving from um, moving from pathology in a relationship to becoming high value individually in a couple. Number 1, optimism. Sorry for that delay. Number 2, value one another. Number 3, building each other up. Number 4, being exuberant. Number 5, being delightful. Number 6, being cooperative. And number 7, be appealing. Take pride in your appearance. Groom yourself up. Make a difference every time you leave your house. Matter of fact, every time you leave your bedroom, make a difference. Take time to invest in yourself. Exercise. Consider your diet. Make subtle changes. More fruits, more vegetables. Get outside. Get some of that fresh air. Practice mindfulness. Right? We talked about that in the previous videos. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Keep it in. Exhale. One more time. Take a deep breath. Hold it in. Exhale. Control your breathing. Right? Listen to your heartbeat. Right? Manage stress. Take control of your environment and exert the power within. Remember, we are called to live in order to love. And the acronym for live is living in victory every day. You live in victory every day by overcoming your conflicts, taking ownership of your triggers, being mindful of who you are. So in order to love, you have to live in victory every day with the purpose of living out victory every day in how you interact with others. When you live in victory every day, that's that vertical connection with your higher power. He gives you strength to revigorate your soul, and you love by taking that information and it's played out how you move horizontally. And when you put that together, you have created a cross. And we are called to be cross-centered, Christ-centered individuals making a difference in our lives and in the lives of others. So once again, number 1, being optimistic of becoming high value in the relationship. Number 2, valuing each other. Number 3, building each other up. Number 4, being exuberant. Number 5, delightful. Number 6, cooperative. Number 7, appealing. Number 8, captivating. Let your speech bring life to each other. Learning not to say anything that's going to cause conflict or dehumanize others. Learning when to speak and learning to be quiet. One of my favorite texts is Isaiah chapter 50 verse 4. And the Bible says this. I memorized this. This is the King James Version. For the Lord hath given me the mouth of the tongue, that I should know what to say to him or her in season who is experiencing distress. He waketh me morning by morning. The Lord waketh my ears to hear and to learn. always being ready to say something that's going to be captivating the lives of others, to be the spark that creates a fire in others, that brings them to greater heights in all areas of their relational functioning. And number nine is a self-awareness, knowing how you feel, knowing the emotions that's driving your behaviors, being in tune with your thoughts, making a difference in your lives of yourself and others, loving without limits. No matter what the other person is doing, you always going to give your all in what you're doing. Someone needs to take control. Somebody needs to be in charge. Someone needs to be disciplined. Somebody needs to be principled. And I'm asking you, I am admonishing you as I admonish myself. Let's be that person to create change within our families and also within others. And lastly, be a truth seeker, right? I always tell others, please, please examine everything I'm saying. Do your own research. And if you find if it's truthful, live in it, right? So you can love in it. Live in victory every day based on that truth you have learned and let it be played out in how you love others, living out victory every day so you can encourage others to be a change. Everyone is called to be a therapist to themselves, a psychologist to themselves, a social worker to themselves, a doctor and nurse to themselves, a fireman or fire person to themselves, a police officer to themselves. Every discipline you are called to build yourself in it so you can make a change in others. This presentation this evening deals with the four signs of relational pathology, and I gave you 10 tasks to overcome relational pathology so you and your significant others can be high value. The number 10, according to Bible Prophecy Truth.com, represents restoration. You have the power in you to create that change. So make that change for yourself and everyone in your home. Most importantly, for your youth, because they need guidance and discipline in these last days. My name once again is Dr. Garrett. I hope that this video was invigorating for your soul. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this message with someone, and be impactful. And remember, I want you to take this message, remix it like a song, make it your own, live in it so you can love in it. Live in it so you can love out with it. Have a great evening, and remember, you are wonderfully made.